have a look at my new storage for charms. I absolutely love it. So much so that I want to keep watching at it all day long. I just hope I don't start hoarding these charms now. Anyway, I've recorded the process and I hope you enjoy it. Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I have shown my storage solution for charms and dangles in our Facebook group a few weeks ago, and I was surprised how much interest it created, and that gave me an idea of perhaps sharing this process and showing you how to do this. The box that I have at the moment is kind of all over the place. It is working, it's a good system, okay, but it's a little bit untidy. The boards are all different sizes, widths, and I didn't even bother making it look pretty. I would just cut up any recycled cardstock, just punch some holes. So when you look at it from this end, it kind of doesn't want to sit straight. So that's one of the things that I find with this solution is not really working for me, because when I go to put it into the shelf, this is catching up onto the things that are standing here. So I always have to do this and then slide it in. Another thing, I'll just take these out. I've created these little dividers, hoping that they will hold these things without tipping, but this is not really good. Okay, it's not really firm enough to hold the weight of the cardstock, if you know what I mean, and they kept ungluing. So this was just like a temporary and quick solution. It's a great idea, it could be done better, but I think I found a better solution than this one. So today I want to actually make myself a proper charm storage box with nice boards for my charms. I love making charms, and I want it to be functional, but I also want it to look pretty. Let's just have a look at this box. It's approximately the same size. This one is a little bit longer and this one's a little bit wider. This is just a shoebox, and it is a little bit too deep. I would much rather if it was about half of that, but I'm going to fix that. So I have this box, and of course, why not recycle? It's just a cardboard, but a thinner cardboard. And I have two more in that same cardboard, and I think I could use these to create dividers. And I have some of these. They were from desk calendars, and in this case here I had those boards like that, but now I'm thinking I want them like this. Okay, so when I put this like that into my bookshelf, I will see the taller ones at the back and the smaller ones at the front. If you decide to make yourself one, of course, these dimensions are not going to necessarily work for you, because it will all depend on the box you have. This box is 7 inches by 10.5, and it is 4.5 inches deep, but it's not going to stay like that. So the first thing I want to do here is cut off that part. Just fold it and then go straight. Good enough. All right, so I could make this box a bit stronger if I just glue this like that. Now here, this part, perhaps I can just cut halfway and then fold that to the inside, and that will make these sides a little bit stronger rather than being like this flimsy. And I also have this here. I just punch a circle. Oh well, it is a little bit bigger. I'll have to cut it a bit more, but yeah, I will close it. So I have to find the middle here. Sorry, I'm much better with centimeters than inches. So I'm going to mark where the middle of this is. All right, and I'm just going to draw a line. You don't have to, if you do this, you don't have to, but I'm thinking it's going to be much easier for me. All right, and I'm going to do that all the way around. Okay, and this here. Just so I know where to fold. Now what I want to do is cut here, but only up to these lines. Okay, I just want to cut this up to there on all 4 sides. It's going to be hard to do on camera. So you just have to bear with me. I hope I stay in the frame. So we're going slowly, only up to there. The same here. And that one. Oh, that sounds terrible. Okay. So what I need to do now is fold these in, but you see, if I fold them in as they are at the moment, they're not going to fit comfortably on the inside because this cardboard has a bit of thickness. So I'll just do this. I'll just cut in a little bit like that. It will just make my life a lot easier. I'm going to do the same here too, just a little bit on an angle. I will just go with this owl thing and just follow this line a little bit without pressing too hard, because I don't really want to go through it. I just want to score a little bit, and I'm going to fold. Yeah, perfect. Now I have to do the same here. And so now I have to do the same here. Again, I'm just going to cut a little bit in. Like that. And this side too. And I haven't done this before, so I'm kind of showing you and figuring it out as I go. So this is more like a process video, but hopefully you'll be able to follow. Okay, let's just fold that. And you see that? Instead of going like that, we'll just fold it like this. Yep. And then that's much firmer immediately. Good. Now one more left to do. Maybe I could put something on the inside because I don't like that. I have more of the recycled packaging. So I'm going to just cut this a little bit smaller. So I know it has to be smaller than this. Okay, I'll just mark dimensions on here. So yeah, if you decide to do this, depending on the box that you decide to alter or upcycle, dimensions are going to be different than what I'm using, obviously. Okay, so this is actually all right like that. I'm just going to mark. I'm going to just cut it. So this, yeah, it would work. Just lifting these up because I want to apply the glue. All right, I'm gonna get some white glue. Any glue would do, whatever you have. Just some craft glue. Because these are kind of large surfaces, it's much easier if you use your brush. This. I'm going to apply to the flaps too. This cardboard is a little bit thin, so that's why I'm doubling everything. If your box is a bit thicker, you know, there's some cardboards that are like probably twice the thickness of this one. You might not have to do this part. I think I'll fold this one up immediately. That one. And this one. Put some clips here as well to put something heavy there. Maybe the glue can hold it. Maybe I'll put one on that side, one here. To glue this one as well. Good. Just going to put it there. And press that as well. Put that there now. I'm going to put my brush inside of this tiny little zip bag. Otherwise I would have to wash it. Just want to make sure it doesn't dry out, because I'll need it again. Now I can glue this part. Okay, now I have to apply glue here. I think this construction part is a little bit, I don't know, not as much fun as the part when you end up painting and decorating this box. That's enough. I'm going to turn it this way. To get it glued nicely, I think I'm better off putting it on this side and placing perhaps a book, something heavy on the inside. I'll put several of these. I'm thinking maybe I can just glue this here. So I'll just open this up. I'm going to use this glue that's left. I'm just shutting it close. All right. Put it there, and I'll put this on top. Now I have to cut these boards that go on the inside. Let's have a look. Perhaps I can use these to make those tall ones. And I want these to fit in nicely. I have to make some markings, I think here. So I'll have those two for the tall ones. I have these boxes. I can make maybe two medium size from this. So I'll just cut here. Okay, so I have two more, two larger ones, and these will be half of that, which is going to be that size. And then, yeah, I will cut two more of these from that box because they seem to be the same. I might use these sides of the box to create some smaller ones. Probably going to be just above the level of the box. And I'm gonna double these up, so I'm gonna join two together to make a bit stronger, because it's just cardboard. These are okay because this is chipboard. Just following this line through the middle. What I would do, I'll do the same with the rest of these, fold them like this, and then I would glue them, but I'll show you just on this example, and then I'll do the rest. Okay. Glue them. Over. Okay, so I'm going to do the same with these, and then I'll be back. I have 4 of these. I'll just trim them to the same size. I could glue these 2 together. I could also glue these 2 together, and there's still 2 more of the short ones from this. I would probably take this like that. So I'm going to make a few of the shorter ones as well. Okay, something like that. So that would be 1, 2, and 3. So I'll do the same, just glue them together and then trim them to this width, but slightly shorter. And I just want to test this. Now, in that original version, I had dividers down the bottom. It didn't really work. I was thinking, I have these leftover pieces of chipboard. I was thinking of gluing some here on the sides with the space in between that could serve as a guide. Let me just show you like this. So if I glue that one, for example, and I glued that one, and I leave that much space on both sides, I could just slide this and it should stay straight. These are just leftover from making journal covers, and I cut up a few. I have some more here if I need to use it. So now I need to glue these onto these sides, this one and that one. I have these as well. I think I can use them as guides. Okay, so let's start gluing these. I'm going to apply the glue here. And then I'll start there like that. Okay, I'm going to place this. Hope you can see. And then I'm going to glue the next one. This is still a construction part. And I have a few ideas on how to decorate these. And I still haven't decided which of these ideas I'm going to do. Good. So I'm just going to let that dry. But then I will remove these wooden sticks. Okay, so now I have to do exactly the same on this side. As I was gluing this other side, I realized I didn't give you the dimensions of these dividers. They are 1.5 centimeters by 5.8, which is the same as my box. Okay, these don't have to be like this, as long as they're the height of your box, and you can have them spaced out more or less. I wouldn't go much smaller, because then if your charms, and most charms are bulky, you want to have at least 1 centimeter in between like this. Otherwise it will be hard to take things in and put them back without catching on the other charms. So at least 1.5 centimeters. And these ones, they need to be wider than your boards. Okay, you want to have a little bit of room. So they are 6 millimeters. I've finished gluing these, so now I can just lift those up, just to lift them up. Perhaps they caught a little bit of glue, but they're easy to take out. I think I should probably just put some clips just to make sure they're really glued here. So just go around, put some of these clips. You can use pegs, I suppose, just until this is completely dry. So while that is drying, I want to decide how I'm going to decorate these. I have several options here. I could just use wrapping paper, okay? The one that comes in a roll for wrapping presents. Just glue it all the way around the box and these boards. I could use book pages and just collage book pages, different book pages on all the surfaces that are visible. That's another option. Now this is the option that's very interesting to me, and I received this box in a happy mail from my friend Steffi, and she used her jelly prints to create this collage on the box. Isn't this amazing? I really love this. Look at that. So nice a way to use up little pieces of papers and your jelly prints and book pages or whatever you have to create like a collage. And I have lots of these here, but I just think it will take me too much time for this because I have to collage not only the box but these boards as well. And I have lots of napkins, napkin plies. Look at that, so many. This is just the third ply from the napkin, and I was actually thinking of gluing these napkins all over these to have some texture. I think I would like them to have a bit of like a leather look almost, just to create texture, something similar to what we've done in the previous video when we created textured papers with napkins. Maybe I can even put some color in the glue, so that way I could get color and texture at the same time. And the reason I want to actually cover all of these, especially because of these here, so something like that. Okay, you can also just paint with gesso or with acrylic paints. That's fine too. I thought about it some more. It crossed my mind that perhaps napkins would be too fragile and they wouldn't cover these areas where there's a little bit of black writing. And this one, maybe I can just take, actually glue this one. Okay. And I remember that I have a lot of coffee filters, used coffee filters, you know, like once you're done with making the coffee, you toss used coffee out, and I would just wash these and lay them flat to dry. And I've been collecting them and I haven't used them probably about 2 years now. Anyway, I think they would be perfect collage paper for these. And I know from before when I was making those specimen cards with them, with altered playing cards, they give that nice, almost like wood or leather look. So I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to do that same thing as I've done with those textured papers, but I'm not going to use clear glue because I don't have any more at the moment. I've used it all up. So I'm just going to use this same glue that we used before. And I have this black drawing ink. I'm going to add this ink to the glue, and then I'm going to collage these. So I'm just going to add some glue here. I don't know if I'm going to need more or not, but for now I'm just going to go with that much. And I'm just going to add this black ink, not all of it, but maybe something like that. A bit more. This is just drawing ink, the cheap one, nothing really special. And I'm going to use this brush to mix it all up. The ink is going to make the glue a little bit runnier, I hope, because this glue is really tacky. So I have the black glue now. Perhaps I could add a little bit of water. I'll just add a little bit, like that much. Right. Just so that it's a little bit easier to spread, I'm going to mix it well. So white glue and black ink. You don't have to do this, you can just use glue and then paint it later on with acrylic paints. But I want to skip that step if possible. So that is the consistency. I will use one of these. I'll just attach here so that I can hold it there while I'm painting, and then later on when everything else is dry I will have to just do this a little bit. Now with these ones I prefer if they have soft edge, so I'll just make lots of these, tear them up into smaller pieces. Hopefully I'll have enough. If I don't, I'll have to continue with the napkins. I just want to show you how to do this, but obviously I will have to do it in my own time and then show you the results. Let's start from one end and apply. Both sides. First I want to make these edges neat all the way around. So take this and then place there, fold over, and then use the brush again. I already like how it looks. Just keep going. I'm going to overlap them a little bit. Okay. Just think these coffee filters are much better than just napkins because they're really tough and they're also flexible. I suppose if you don't want to do it like this with small pieces, you can do it with a large piece. I just like this look better. Still need to put a little bit here. Use this small piece. I think you probably get the idea. Alright, I'll do the same to the whole of this board and to the rest of them. And if I have enough of these, I will do it with the box as well. And then I'll let it dry and I'll come back tomorrow to continue the work. Okay, I'm back. That's what that looks like now. I managed to cover the whole thing with coffee filters, but on the inside I have used a napkin because of these grooves. I find that coffee filter paper was a bit too thick for that, and I was having trouble adjusting, and napkins are a little bit thinner. Okay, so I've done that and all of the boards, and I'm very happy with the look. All right, now you may notice the difference between those. This is just the glue and ink and coffee filters, and this has a bit of wax on top, and I just want to quickly show you how to add that. It just makes the surface a little bit smoother, especially if you want to slide these inside. It will work better if at least the sides are a little bit waxy, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's just add wax to this one as well, so that it's the same as that one. And I've been using this. It says here Inca Gold, but it's not really just Inca Gold. It's one of my experiments. It says here dry Inca Gold, beeswax, linseed oil, and foundation in powder. Yeah, recycling makeup. Basically, my Inca Gold has totally dried up and I couldn't use it. It turned into like a little rock. And I just experimented to see if I can make my own wax that has a little bit of gold color. And I had some beeswax and linseed oil. It's the oil that's used in oil painting. And I just had a foundation in powder that expired. The use by date expired, and I thought I'll just add it here to make it a little bit thicker, or to have some bulk. And it was a little bit shiny as well, so I think it worked really well, and I'm very happy with the result. What I should have done is write down how much of everything I put, because now after a few months I can't remember. If I decide to do it again, I'll just have to experiment. I think I've looked at some of the old recipes for creating gilding wax in one of the art books, and I'm just going to apply it with a piece of old towel, and I just do this, okay, and then I go, okay, maybe here on this dark part you can see how it changes. So it is gold. It does add that gold look, but it's not too much. If you use just Inca Gold, it's actually quite, you know, opaque. It just turns it to gold, and this is more like, it makes raised parts gold and the crevices stay dark, and it gives really nice effect. There it is, and I have to do that side. If you want to make your surface a little bit smoother and you don't have this or similar type of wax, you can use one of those wax shoe polishers as well, just along the edges, so it's a bit smoother. Even just some candles, just rub some candles on the sides, especially here where it's going to go in between like that. Okay, so that one's done. And as you can see here, I've done the same thing with wax on the inside. That side is done. Now I need to do that one, and maybe here. I've done it there. Maybe this one. Here I used napkin. I didn't use coffee filters on the inside, and I'll just show you the difference between those two in a second. There we go. I think they both look very nice. If you don't have coffee filters, you might as well use just napkins. It gives a nice finish. I hope this comes up in the video. Okay, so I'll just quickly do the wax on the outside because I want the same look. Okay, that's done. I have to figure out what to do on the inside. I was going to use this piece of cardboard. Let's see if it fits. I think I need to cut it a little bit. I'll just use my scissors. I have a piece of this microfiber and I think it would look good with this. I just need enough to cover one side, so I'm going to cut that off. Okay, perhaps I could cut these corners. Just like journals, and I'm just thinking if I should glue it first. Maybe I'll just use silicone glue. Just gonna spread it with my fingers. And a bit here. It's too much, I guess. I'll just apply directly to the fabric. This glue dries fast. I think it's similar to Fabrifix. It works well in fabric. It does have a bit of a smell, but it's not as bad as the acetone-based glue that I sometimes use for this. Okay, so now I have to do this. Okay, I will let that dry a little bit. And while that is drying, I want to show you something. I had a look at my stash and I found this. And I thought it would be nice to attach that there. I also found these ones and these ones. I'll install this one. Now this shouldn't be too hard because it's similar to those split pins or brads. Now to make a hole here, I'll just make it bigger like that. And now I can put this inside. Can't really see what I'm doing, but I think it went through. Sorry if you can't see this, but it is a bit hard to show. I'll bring it closer once I install it. There it is. Now with these, I think I'm just going to glue them. Perhaps this F6000 should work on metal. I'm just going to apply here. holes here for the charms to be attached. You can take this and put a mark where you want the holes. I found this. I'm thinking I'll just use it to make marks, but I won't go this close. I won't do it like that. Something like that to hold it in place. I should mark where the holes are gonna go. Start from here, but I won't go this close. I think that's too close, so I'll go every second. Perhaps I could do this as well. Because it's hard to see on this dark background. So every second. It's visible enough, so now I can use this. I think it looks good. I also have some of these corner protectors for books, and I was thinking that maybe it would look nice if I install them just on the top. I wouldn't do it down the bottom, but maybe here. They might look nice. Maybe I can just use this screwdriver to push this in. Yeah, I think it looks good. Do the same here. Just push this in a little bit. Remember, cardboard is soft enough to be pushed in because of the inside is a corrugated paper that has lots of air, so you can push it a little bit. And then I'm going to just do that. Good. All right, so I'm going to do this with all of them, and then I will come back. All right, let's see if that is glued. It is. It looks good. I completed all of these. There they are. Punched holes, put the corners. I think they look good. Before we put it together, we have to see if this is glued. It is. Or at least it looks like it is. Just get rid of these clip marks. Good. Let's put that inside. Nice. I could also just glue it to the bottom, but I don't think it's going anywhere. Now this is the exciting part, placing these. All right. Nice. Perhaps I keep them apart a little bit more. Then we have these. So far they're standing upright, so it's good. It's a good sign. And I'm going to skip that there. I'm going to put those three here. box is going a bit wide in this part. It's all right, I'll put that one there. Okay, a little bit bendy. What do you think? There is a bit of movement, but they're still standing straight. Okay, now the exciting part of adding things. Oh, I love it. I'm just really happy with it. It just looks really cool, I think. I'm going to put those long ones here. Oh, I love this. I'm going to be able to see them much better now. I love this. I didn't want to put them too close together, but if I happen to make more, I can always add in between those. So that goes in here. Cool. And I can put those ones either here or the other one, but I might as well just put these fabric ones there. Okay, so there's my old box. I'll make something else with it, and now I have to transfer all of these to here, and I think it's going to take me an hour. Anyway, once I'm done with that, I will come back to show you what they look like. Okay, here I am 1 hour later. I have to say I'm over the moon with the results. When I look at my old storage solution, although it was practical for a while, this one is just so much better. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is sturdy, it is pretty, and it fits all of my charms, all of the ones that I have so far. I have a few empty spots. I can add more. And another thing, I can add 3 more boards in these spaces in between. Maybe I'll do 1 more small and 1 more of these and 1 more of those, so that I have more as I make more. Obviously, I love making charms. This is just so good, and I can lift them up and have a look at all. I mean, I just love this. I just hope I don't start hoarding them now because this looks nice. Look at those. They look gorgeous here on this. So these are nice too. And I ended up putting all of these long ones here and 1 more of these because I couldn't fit it over there. I just love this so much. Well, my charms now have a new home. I'm going to put it on my shelf. I will leave some pictures in the slideshow after the video ends if you want to see some close-ups. I really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.